Let me tell you a story that explains inflation in a way you'll never forget. Once upon a time, in a thriving city called Aurora, everything seemed normal. People worked, bought what they needed, and prices were stable. But then, something strange happened. It all started when they discovered a new metal called aurorium, a rare material worth unimaginable amounts. The government decided to sell it to other countries, and suddenly, millions of dollars flooded the local economy. At first, everyone was happy. People had more money, salaries increased, and businesses boomed. But soon, they noticed something odd. The price of bread, which used to be 1 coin, was now 5 coins. Gasoline, which was 10 coins, shot up to 50. People started asking, "What's going on? Why is everything so expensive all of a sudden?" The answer was inflation. But let me explain inflation through the events that unfolded in the city. When the money started pouring into Aurora, merchants began raising their prices because everyone had more to spend. If you were selling apples and people were willing to pay more, why not raise the price? The problem was that while salaries increased, they didn't keep up with the skyrocketing prices. Take Maria, for example. She was a teacher whose salary increased from 2,000 coins to 2,500. But her rent went from 500 coins to 1,000. Food now cost 3 times as much, and gasoline became a luxury. She realized that even with her higher salary, her money wasn't enough. The government, seeing people struggle with rising costs, decided to print more money. They thought, if people don't have enough money, let's give them more. But this was their biggest mistake. When they printed more money, its real value dropped. Imagine this. If there are 10 apples and 10 people, and each person has 1 coin, an apple will cost 1 coin. But if everyone suddenly has 10 coins, what happens? People will bid higher for the apples, and their price will skyrocket. That's exactly what happened in Aurora. There was plenty of money, but it was worth less. People started carrying bags of cash just to buy bread. The crisis reached its peak when inflation spiraled out of control. Prices changed daily. Bread that cost 100 coins in the morning was 500 by evening. People hoarded food, and banks became worthless. The real catastrophe began when a private company decided to exploit the situation. This company sold bottled clean air to polluted areas. But when they saw that people were desperate, they raised the price astronomically. A single bottle of air now cost 10,000 coins. Those who couldn't afford it suffered. That's when everyone realized inflation wasn't just numbers. It was something that affected their daily lives, their food, their water, and even the air they breathed. In the end, the city was on the brink of collapse. The government stopped printing money and implemented a new economic plan. They invested in projects instead of printing cash and slowly restored the currency's value. The people learned a harsh lesson. Money is worthless if it's not backed by something real. Inflation isn't just numbers. It's a monster that starts small, but, if left unchecked, devours everything in its path. And that was the story of Aurora, the city that learned true wealth isn't about having more money, but about stability and the real value of things.